It started out as a normal morning at Chennai, the state capital of Tamil Nadu. Never knew, after a seconds, the 800 kilometers of coastline which had 560 villages, the fishing villages, was swept off. I am glad I survived the monster tsunami, says a survivor. Tsunami is the word derived from Japanese language, which means the harbor wave. In on 26th December 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami brought such a havoc situation in 18 countries, which includes India, Indonesia, Thailand, and other parts of the Asia's continent. The earthquake in Indian Ocean was at 9.1 earth crust, which was the highest rate that was ever recorded in the Richter scale at that point. The earthquake in the Indian Ocean brought this 15 meters height tsunami which swept off the coastal lines of Indonesia, Thailand, Sri Lanka and India, and even in Andaman Nicobar Islands. The mainland of India was affected, and the worst city that was affected because of tsunami was Chennai, and the second one was Andhra Pradesh. In Chennai on 2004, 26th December, the death toll was up to 18,000 in the morning when the tsunami occurred in Chennai. Tsunami, the tsunami that was created in the Indian Ocean, the energy of that wave was almost equal to the 23,000 Hiroshima bombs. After the tsunami occurred, the research says it was equal to the 23,000 of the energy that was that is equal to the Hiroshima bombs. A tsunami, a boy who has lost his parents in the tsunami disaster says, "I will never forgive you, see how many times you touch my feet with your waves." That was the emotional quote a boy said after he lost his parents in tsunami. India has seen tsunami even before this. In the history, India has seen tsunami in 1881 in the Andaman Islands and in 1941 in Nicobar Islands. And the next happened was in 2004, which we all have witnessed it and we have seen the effect of it. Now, what is the causes of tsunami? Why tsunami happens? There are four major reasons why tsunami happens. One is the earthquake on the seabed of, it could be in any ocean. This tsunami happened, the earthquake happened in the Indian Ocean, which affected all the surrounding countries. The very interesting fact I read about is this tsunami traveled 5,000 kilometers across to hit Africa with sufficient energy to destroy the properties there and bring some casualties. So the tsunami that occurred in Indian Ocean traveled up to 5,000 kilometers. Imagine the energy it passed on to India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia and Thailand, which were the main countries affected from tsunami. So the first reason is the earthquake on the seabed. The second reason is the landslide. When there is a landslide into the ocean or into the sea, it is just equal to when you throw a stone into a sea or a water, it ripples back. So when a landslides happen, the water ripples with such an energy with a big wave that hits the seashores, the coastal lines, and which swaps the city there. The third reason is volcanic erosions. It could be inside the seabed or inside the ocean bed, or it could be outside. It is the again same equal to water repelling. When the volcanic erosions happens, the water comes out with such a force and energy which brings tsunami again. The last reason is when the asteroids or meteors hits the sea or hits the ocean, again it brings that energy in the waves such that it will come with the long meter waves and it hits the coastal lines. Now this is all history. The Indian ocean tsunami is also called as the Boxing Day because it was just after the Christmas. Now, what is this Boxing Day? In UK, the Boxing Day is declared as the secular holiday, that is just after the Christmas, so that the servants, the lower poverty or people at the lower employees get the holiday on 26th of December, and their masters will give them a Christmas box which will be filled of gifts. So that box became Boxing Day. So that is why there's a secular holiday in India, in UK. So that is equal to which happened in tsunami in India. So that is why it is called the Boxing Day, 26th December 2004, the Indian tsunami. This is all history. How many of you or how many of us in this room have pondered and thought, what can we do if we are in this situation? What should we do when we are in the tsunami situation? There is a website from Indian government called NDMA, which is National Disaster Management Authority, which is a part of Ministry of Home Affairs. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the chairman of that committee. That website clearly gives you what you have to do if you are in the natural disaster or a man-made disaster. This website includes earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, cyclone, anything for that matter. In particular in tsunami, as per the website, it says if you are traveling or if you are in the tsunami prone zone, you should first understand whether it is a tsunami prone zone or no. If it is yes, then you should know what is the sea level above the sea, what is the height of the sea level that you're staying. And if you're staying in a hotel or if you're staying at a home, you should also understand and memorize the tsunami evacuation paths. Every hotels or every resorts or every buildings that is near the coastline is now compelled to have a tsunami evacuation plan which is displayed everywhere. We should understand that. This is the quote from a famous Zek model who was holidaying in Thailand and survived tsunami. She says, "We cannot stop natural disasters, but we can arm ourselves with the knowledge on how to survive it. This will help save many people's life." So, the history, 26th December 2004, the Boxing Day, the Indian Ocean tsunami is always in our memories. Thank you.